Hello, and welcome to the Model Train Outsider. I am Anthony Dodge. And I'm Anthony Dodge. No, I am. I am? I'm you. No, you were me 3 years ago. Whatever. And you were an idiot. We'll deal with that later. So what makes me a model train outsider? Well, if you look at the population of the United States, 325 million people. The number of people who do model trains is equal to the population of the state of Wyoming. About 325,000. Now, if you take all that population of the state of Wyoming, how many of those Americans run European-style trains? Yeah, it's equal to about the population of the city of Cheyenne in Wyoming. Now, how many of those people in that little city of Cheyenne do Era 6, in other words, modern trains? Well, it would be equal to this little street in this little suburb of the city of Cheyenne. There's not many of us. Then, I, or better yet, you, without knowing what you were doing, elected to get into what we call AC. It's a type of powering system. I'll explain it some other way.
Warning, the contents of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter was not suitable for his own children when young, and he was a permissive parent. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the express written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember rules for layouts. It's your layout. Do what you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you what they should do. And do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anybody else's channel for that matter. Remember, this channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any train shop. Check any exhibition. Check any model train club. Check any layout. Check in your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Happy Friday, everybody. How are you? How are you? How are you? It's Friday, and that's the best thing to say about it. So let me scroll back and see who's all here. I think I may have even missed a few. Gus Hadley, how are you, sir? Tim JD, always an honor. Greg, good morning to you, sir, in Australia. Thank you for sharing part of your morning with me. Brian at the Angel Share, thank you for stopping in. Another awesome channel. And Vinny, I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for checking in with us. Awesome to see you here. Peter, hello. Great to have you here. Simon, the railway enthusiast. Nice to have you as always, sir. Kind of hard to keep up with all your posting, but I'm trying because you're finding some awesome trains on your little quickies or shorts or whatever they call them. Let's see, Tom Couples is here. Nice to have you, Tom Couples. Andrew T, one of the many Andrews out there, but one of the originals and best. Nice to have you here, sir. Let me see, who else do we miss? Mark at Hemmeldown is here. Thank you for being a consistent visitor to my channel. Nice to have you here. My glasses feel a little crooked today. Let me see. Hardcore. Nice to have you, Hardcore. How are you? And did I miss anybody? Leslie is here. All right, scroll down a little further. I need to get that little bit that puts them all alphabetically that some of you have. But Leslie is here. Nice to have you. Again, just brilliant, awesome videos that you always put up. I'm just looking down here, scrolling. Hey, Joseph is here. Nice to have you, Joseph. William Curtis, hello. Welcome in. You need to be knighted. I now declare you knight of the rhomboid table. And I think I was just saying, hello, Joseph. Hello, how are you, Mr. Agliato? Nice to have you here. And did I miss anybody else in all that? Because I was knighting Mr. William Curtis. Thank you for stopping in. Hello there, hello. And I saw Somerset Andy is here. Nice to have you, Andy of the Somerset variety. So, how is everybody doing today? It's been another insane busy week, but I'm not going to waste that. Let's go straight to the only bad news that counts. My ICE4 is not here. They didn't ship it out until yesterday. So even though I paid for it Friday night, but they didn't get the payment until Monday because they're closed on the weekend. They don't do their shipping on the weekend. So they boxed it up. And of course, dozens and dozens of other people, because a lot of big things came out. For example, it wasn't just the Miraklin ICE4 that came out. Miraklin's latest version of the French high-speed TGV was released the same week. And so my shop, Lipa, had a massive, massive shipping, and some things went out on Tuesday. So I did get one box from Lipa. But the ICE4 will not be here until Monday. They shipped it out yesterday, and if they just shipped it out one day earlier, I'd have it right now to be sharing with you, but unfortunately they didn't ship it out till yesterday. Because again, it only takes 2 to 3 days to get stuff from Germany from my model bond shop, Lipa. The stuff I got today, they mailed out on, or I got it yesterday, they mailed it out on Tuesday. And then my IC4 got mailed out on Thursday. They do 2 international shipping days. They ship Germany daily, but their international shippings they do twice a week, and it's either it's like late Monday or early Tuesday morning, and then it's Thursday. My IC4 is currently in Louisville, Kentucky. Now, if anybody of the American variety is here and in Louisville, Kentucky, maybe you could pick it up and drive it up here for me. But otherwise, I gotta wait till Monday, because they don't deliver on Mondays. The international UPS doesn't deliver on the weekends. I'm sorry. I'm so scatterbrained right now. Anybody else just coming in while I started babbling? No, it looks like everybody else is here. Adding lights, filming today. playing trains on the night shift. I've seen a lot of people have been playing the various trains games and train sims. But before I get to running the trains, let's go ahead and talk about some of the bigger news. It didn't hit me until yesterday. I was thinking about it all last week, and then I forgot about it. The weekend hit. I had planned to do some things on the weekend, but lately, if I even think of doing something on the weekend, I might as well just think not to do it on the weekend, because I'm not going to do it on the weekend. I had plans to do a lot of filming and do a couple of things last weekend. It didn't happen. So everything got delayed, and then as other things got busy, I completely forgot why I wanted to film. But the reason I wanted to film is it's not a big deal, but maybe it is to me. I don't know. It was 3 years ago, Tuesday night. So 3 years ago, November 9th, 2018, that I did my first show. It's not the first stuff I put on the video, because the first thing I ever put on my channel were some running things, but they were unnarrated. I had done them over the various stages of my model train hobby, and the kids and Joyce all said, well, why don't you put it on the internet and see if anybody comments or anything. So I did, but there was no vocalization. I didn't have an idea of doing a show or anything. I just put them on. And I did that about a month or two before I finally decided to actually create a show. And that show was the Model Train Outsider. And I've got little snippets here. It starts all over. I thought I would share a bit with you again. Let me see if I can get to it. I don't know if my voice is coming through, but this was the original introduction to my show, and the whole idea was I had a piano playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, or the ABC song, with the suggestion that it was all simplicity, that I'm a simpleton. David Cook. By the way, let me know if you can hear me, if I'm coming through.
Hello, and welcome to the Model Train Outsider. I am Anthony Dodge. And I'm Anthony Dodge. No, I am. I am.
So that was the original intro to the original episode. Things have changed. I weigh about 45 pounds less than I weighed in that picture. I got even bigger than I was in that picture. And if you were to watch the whole episode, which is about 15 minutes long, I was very nervous getting in front of a camera, even though I've been in front of a camera for years. Just because it was more of a soul-bearing, and it was poorly edited. I look back and I go, I could have edited that better then, but I guess I didn't want to put the extra time in at the time. But it all started November 9th, 2018, which was the beginning of the Model Train Outsider. The page was named Model Train Outsider that day. Originally it was just Anthony Dodge, but I decided to make it a train channel, and I had no videos posted other than some train table videos that I put up a couple of weeks earlier. And I had no idea what I was going to do. I explained what I was thinking of doing in that first episode. And like anything, hey Lee, how are you? Anybody else popping in that I've missed? Okay. Great to have you here, Lee. Hi to Jackie out there. Anyhow, so yeah, it was a long time ago. At that time, I had 5 subscribers. And I started the show, and suddenly I had 20 and 25, mostly friends and family, and it slowly started to grow. And then I started doing more episodes, and the next 2 episodes really saw a big jump. I got to 100 fairly within about a month of starting the shows. I got to 100 subscribers. But I didn't get to 200 subscribers for a year. It took me a year to get to 200 subscribers. I broke 200 subscribers about 2 weeks before I celebrated my 1-year anniversary of the show. But that was it, the Model Train Outsider. And I did it through June of 2020. So I went just over a year and a half. About 18 months I did the Model Train Outsider. And I started doing live streams. And obviously the Model Train Outsider kind of ended. But that was the birth of the Ghost of 2015. When you go back and watch that video, there's two people. I'm going to pop back to it again. Bear with me because it always restarts. I've got it set to restart anytime I kick into it. But let me just do this. Whoops. Nope, not that one. That one. There we go.
Idiot.
And what became the niche of the show...
We'll deal with that later. So what makes me a model?
Let me go back just a bit here.
And I'm Anthony Dodge.
The Ghost of 2015.
No, I am. I am? I'm you. No, you were me 3 years ago. Whatever. And you were an idiot. We'll deal with that later.
So it was bantering, and the Ghost of 2015 me is based on a photograph that Joyce took of me playing with my ICE-3, my very first train, at a kitchen table. And I was wearing the white shirt and jeans, and that was December 26th of 2015. So Joyce took a picture of me messing about with my first train in a little circuit of track. And so he became it became a yin and yang show, somebody to banter off of. And it represents the two polar opposite sides of my personality. The very energetic, positive, we can do anything, yeah, let's do it. And the very pragmatic, very pessimistic, lazy other aspect who actually runs the show. So the Ghost is the more positive one. So it's kind of yin yang, but it's and thank you for that again. So it's weird. It's weird to look back and see how in just 3 years, because so much has changed. When I started that show, I had 3 trains and a small table. Now I've got 20 some trains. I'm lost a lot of weight. I've been through a couple of health issues since then. And now I'm in better health than I was then. So that's all good. So it's kind of exciting, but I do kind of miss setting those scripts up and writing them. But, the parody songs were miles away. The Matt Clark stuff was a long ways away, but the channel started in comedy. I mean, the channel always was going to have a humorous side to it. Now, whether anybody else found it humorous or not, I don't know, but I did. The stuff I did, I thought was funny. And so it's been 3 years, although it's been a year and 4 months since I last did an episode. And I really do want to jump start it again. And, but I don't want to give up the live streams. And right now, my job is busier and more hectic than ever. And I just find weekends to be where I would usually film my Model Train Outsiders. And last Friday I said, hey, I've got some stuff I want to film. I didn't get to it because I wound up having other things I needed to get done. And I push everything to the weekend, and then I just don't get it all done on the weekend. But anyhow, so that's it. It's been 3 years since I actually stuck my face in front of a camera and started this channel. Now I'm at 950 some subscribers, which is awesome. And I've got people that actually tune into whatever stupidity I do, and worse, they actually applaud some of the stupidity I do, and that only encourages me. So anyhow, mail call, and then let's run some trains. So first of all, this is a yearly tradition by Maryland. They put out a Christmas car. So since Joyce and I, Joyce's Christmas steamer, you heard her last week. She claimed it's her train. She claimed it's her train. The Christmas steamer is her train. Not even our train. It's her train. But we got a little car here to add to it. Every year they make another wagon. We don't buy one each year, but we get the ones we like. So it's a cute little, let's pop that up there. It's the same thing on both sides, so I won't bother really flipping it or anything. But it's a cute little Christmas train car. So I'll highlight it more when we get to the Christmas special in December. But yeah, so you can see it's the same thing on both sides. And it's just a little Christmas train bit. And so that's pretty cool. The other thing I got was this. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. It is another first class car for my EC, my Czech EC. I've already changed the wheels out on it. I just haven't put it on the layout yet. But I did change out the wheels to AC wheels. Hey, Chris is here. Hi, Chris. Well, thank you for that, Joseph. I just go on my trip, and if anybody wants to trip with me, there's plenty of spiritual LSD to go around. We can all trip out together. But this is another first class, of course. You can tell it's first class. It's got the yellow stripe. But I did change out the wheels, so this is not the first opening. These came in yesterday, and I fixed it up. I don't know if I'm going to get that in the light. There's the yellow line. There you can see it. So it's a first class car plus the ones. So it's got the AC wheels on it. It doesn't light up. It's just a basic car. But the entire EC is just a set of basic cars. No lit wagons, because nobody that I could find made lit wagons of this variety. So this will go on, and then I just need like 2 more second class cars, but they've been sold out for a while. They are getting more in, but they've been sold out. So that was that. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. What else? Where did I set everything else? Oh, here we go. And then, here it is. Okay. I bought this. Now, I did not open this yet, because if I open it, I'll mess something up. This is a light-up Deutsche Bahn sign. This is going to go on the Delmenhorst station. And then it gives you options of different signs you can put up. But the one here is the one that will be going on. But this lights up. So my Delmenhorst station, where I do have a big DB sign, and in reality it lights up, I will be wiring it, and it will light up. So I picked that up. So, and then the only other thing I got in that mail call was the wheels, the AC wheel set to go on the EC. Now, what just came in today, so I started the box open, then I thought, well, I'm doing a live stream, why not? I got a box. I think it's Italian for fragile. Means something in Italian, doesn't it? Hopefully you get that. Anyhow, I saw these online, and they were very inexpensive, so I sent the money out. Paper towels. You know how important paper towels are, and they're so rare to find. And it can also be used as toilet paper in an emergency. But where's my knife? Excuse me while I whip this out. Anyhow. Somebody was clearing house and getting rid of a bunch of stuff, and put together, I paid about 1/3 of what these normally go for online. That's why I decided to buy them. But just some very old businesses. I'm going to have to do some repair, but a Nordsee is great. For those of you who don't know Nordsee is a German fish sandwich fish shop. It's a chain. It's low, it's the McDonald's of fish food. Yeah, a couple of cool little buildings here with some nice little things. But I'll probably leave this in Nordsee, because I can fit that either in Bremen or in Delmenhorst. Cool little building here. So I was quite pleased with that. Unfortunately, the canopy is damaged. But I will fit those onto the layout. And then, and there's the canopy. So it's in here. So I can maybe glue that on while I'm running trains. And then, doopy-doopy-doo. Doopy-doopy-doo. Doopy-doo-doo. Anybody else come in while I'm babbling? Because I'm ignoring. Hey, Carl is here. Hi, Carl. Heath is here. Hello, Heath. And his traditional greeting. But, yeah, another little Sparkasse bank. A little interesting that they made a bank out of that. But Sparkasse is a savings bank, a savings and loan bank in Germany. It's another little house here. So I thought, what the heck? I could put them on the layout and with a little modification, make them fit in some places. So yeah, quite, for the price, I think I paid $25 for all three. And normally I'd pay 15, 20 bucks per building. So 3 buildings for 25 bucks. I couldn't pass it up. Did I need them? Not really. Will they even be on the final version of the layout? I don't know. The Nordsee one definitely fits in one of my side streets in Delmenhorst, so that's definitely a keeper, which was the final straw. Well, welcome, Container Man. Welcome, Manshed Railroad. Hello. Got some new people here. Let me knight you. Manshed Railroad, we have to knight you. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. All right, so that was my mail call. Yes, unfortunately, the ICE4 you won't see until next week. I'll probably do a special one-off, either live stream when I get it in on Monday. But there's a lot of people that live stream on Monday, and I don't like to cross paths, cross streams, whether online or when I'm ghost busting or when I'm in the bathroom. It's never good to cross streams. Anyhow, so let's get some trains running and I can catch up and see what everybody's doing. But that's where we're at. So unfortunately, no IC4, but it's in America. It's in Kentucky. They shipped it out yesterday and it's already in Kentucky. At this time yesterday, it was in Germany and it's already in Kentucky. That's freaking awesome. But the ICE4 won't be here until Monday, sadly. And trust me, I have been waiting all week. But when they didn't mail it out Wednesday, I was like, yeah, darn it. I didn't get notified. All right. So anyhow, let's get some trains running. Where we at? Bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. All right. Well, as you know, Heath, no layout table is ever truly finished, but I will be much closer to that point. Like I said, Christmas break, depending on, I'm planning on doing some work, Christmas break, some really advanced, getting advanced, let's put it that way. Some things done. I'm going to completely do the Fowler car system. I'm hoping over Christmas break. I'll see. It just depends on how things go. Hey, Bear Lane Stephen Price, how are you? And Bear Lane's got some stuff on his channel. Okay, I will have to catch up with that. I didn't see that because I am subscribed. Hey, another Andrew, this one of the March West variety, the March West Junction TMD, who has an awesome channel. If you want to see some awesome work on a layout, go to Mr. Andrew McDonald here at March West Junction, UK 00 scale, of course. But hey, awesome layouts are awesome layouts. It doesn't matter what country, it doesn't matter what scale. Of course, there's a whole bunch of other people here that have a lot of very cool layouts. But anyhow, so what are we running today? Well, actually, I probably need to get my cameras arranged here a little bit. We are running the IC2, not ICE, IC2, the double-decker, and the metronome. That is the yellow guy. The yellow guy is the metronome. The metronome runs in and out of Hamburg. Hamburg and the surrounding bigger cities. Hamburg to Hanover, Hamburg to Oldenburg. They do not come to Delmenhorst. They do go to Bremen. But I have ridden metronomes many, many times. What else do we got? So you can see the Austrian Railjet above me in the background. We are running the red Regiobahn. And we're running the Nordwestbahn little blue diesel unit. I'll try to get some of the other pictures up here as we're going. I did not adjust this camera, sorry about that. But I'm running all my double-deckers today, so for those of you who are fans of the double-deckers, I've got double-deckers running. Hey, Jerry, Hamburg is a city in Germany. Yes, it is. I've been to Hamburg many, many times. I've been to Miniature Wonderland 5 times. I've been all over Hamburg. I've been to all the Beetle places in Hamburg and all the touristy places in Hamburg. And I've been to Miniature Wonderland 5 times. And I hope that exciting brag doesn't hurt anybody's feelings. I always hate to talk about stuff that other people can't experience, where I've been lucky, blessed enough to, I don't really do the blessed bit, but I've been lucky enough, had some things go right in life where I've been able to go to Germany a few times, and so yes, I've been to Miniature Wonderland 5 times, and I would go 50 times. It is a place you never get sick of. There's always something new, and even the old stuff just blows your mind. And you can be into model trains or not into model trains. You will never be disappointed there. It's amazing. And it is now the most visited site in Germany. Winter Wonderland. Well, hello, David. How's the knee going? Mr. Maidlow here is one of my students, so I'm not going to knight him. Sorry about that, David, but there's an age restriction on getting knighted. Hey, Chris, how are you? The Panzer Museum in Munster? I haven't been to that. The big disappointment was last year in 2020. Joyce and I, and then again in 2021, but both our trips got canceled for COVID. Joyce and I were supposed to go to Miniature Wonderland, and then we were going to go to the Porsche Traumwerk, the DreamWorks, Porsche DreamWorks, where he's got a gigantic model train display that's really high tech. It's nowhere near as big as Miniature Wonderland, but it's still a very cool thing to go see, and at least based on what we've seen online. Nod, nod, wink, wink. Gee, would that street be the corner of Große Freiheitsstraße and the Reeperbahn by any chance? Because I myself have walked down the Reeperbahn. I have a picture of Joyce standing under the poles on the Reeperbahn. Oh my. So, and then, and then in green below me, you can see we're running the Alex train. So I think I covered everybody. We got the double-decker Metronome in yellow, we got the double-decker Regiobahn in red, and the double-decker IC2 in white. So a little bit of variety in colors today. I'm sure there's a few people, and obviously if Jim Hovermotion were here, he does a lot of Fleischmann. Although he doesn't do anything in N-Gauge anymore, but he knows Fleischmann. So, I need to pick up some of my... Yes, Joyce and I, while we were doing exchange programs, we took a day by ourselves and went to Hamburg a few years ago to see some of the stuff that students shouldn't see. Hey, Jean-Ricard. Don't be a hater, Jean-Ricard. The IC4 is in Louisville, Kentucky right now. Unfortunately, Model Bond Shop Lipa did not get it out in the mail until yesterday. So it's in Louisville, Kentucky, where it's going to sit over the weekend, and then it'll be on my doorstep Monday. And just a precautionary tale. The stuff I send to California is not for repairs. It's for upgrades. I didn't break my ICE-2 or my ICE-1. I got the ICE-1 and sent it to California to get tuned up and pimped up because it was a Delta Digital, and I wanted it to do a little more. And then my ICE-2 was sent. The only thing I did send to California to get repaired was my ICE-3, which is not running today, just because it lost the draw. I did not, I sent that because I screwed something up, and that's the only one I've sent off to be repaired. The rest I send off to get upgraded. Actually, I probably traveled enough now to circumvent the Earth a few times. But probably not 4 times, maybe twice. But anyhow, where are we at? But the stories of the Raper Bond in the 50s, 60s, and into the 70s, and even into the early 80s, was called the naughtiest street in the world. It was the red light district of Hamburg, and all the sailors from around the world went up there to the clubs, the bars, the hookers. So it was a very, very tough area, very rough area. A friend of mine was in the military police stationed in Hamburg. He had to patrol Hamburg and keep American soldiers out of trouble. He had to patrol the Reeperbahn, and then he got stationed in Berlin. But and he passed away of cancer, about 20 years ago now, 30 years ago. Yeah, Michael was a sergeant in the MPs, and he was in Hamburg on the Reeperbahn. And he was one of my first connections because he was about 5 years older than me, so he was in the military. But when he'd come back to the United States, he would bring me all kinds of German stuff, German rock and roll and things like that, Beatles stuff, and this is late 70s, early 80s. So he got me some real cool stuff, obscure stuff. But they've cleaned up the Reeperbahn. It's now a tourist attraction. And the main, the clubs are there. The Dollhouse is still there. The Top 10 Club is still there. But of course, the Reeperbahn became famous to a lot of people because that's where the Beatles kind of grew together as a band. They were from Liverpool, but it's when they went to Hamburg that they really developed their look and their sound, and then came back to England and really became a different band. But it's really been cleaned up, and it's very touristy. They closed the Beatle Museum that was on the Reeperbahn, which was really sad. So unfortunately, but yeah, there's a couple of streets. Grosse Freiheitsstraße still has the adult clubs, but it's much tamer than it was in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and into the early 80s. It is much tamer. With the unification of Germany in 1990, they went into it, and the reunification of Germany created an economic boom in Hamburg. Some cities had downward trends. Hamburg had a massive up boost. And so the city got revitalized, and they decided to clean up some of its darker areas. So there's still some of that business up there because in that area prostitution's legal. But most of the day, you don't see the great rock bands or everything out. You see mom and dads and kids walking the streets. Oh yes, this is the Reeperbahn, ha ha ha. And even in the evening, it's not nearly what it was. Well, I'm not looking for action, Sean. And I'm not much of a club person anyhow. Back then I might have been, but nowadays, to be honest, I was never a club person. I wasn't ever a big drinker. I had a couple of years in my late teens, early 20s where I put beer away, but that's just it. I could drink a ton of beer and not have any side effects. And I had a run-in with some tequila, lots of tequila. And when I say lots, how does 36 shots sound? That much tequila at a shot drinking contest. And I almost killed myself with that, and that's when I decided drinking maybe was overrated a bit. So somebody's brother played up there. Cool. That's cool. But yeah, that's the thing. So we got the trains running. Anybody else? So yeah, I'm very disappointed. I've been, obviously, after 3 years, you know, Joyce said, honey, it's been 3 years since you reserved it. What's another week? Well, because you now know it's there. It's that close. But yeah. Let me see. Where can I pop these guys? Put these somewhere on the layout. Doobie-doobie-doo-boo. Where do I want to put these guys? There's so many places I could put them. There's a lot of different places I could put them. If I put them there, they block that scenery, but I don't know. Would it look cool? Would it look stupid? Sorry, I'm trying to decide where to put these on the building. Do I want to put them on the Bremen side or the Dumb and Horse side? Decisions. Now, William, let's see, who said that? Where was it? Yeah, William Curtis. Yeah, I agree with you. The Z21 is not as good as the Central Station 3. However, it's still a great machine, and it's a lot less expensive than the Central Station 3, and it does about 80 to 90% of what the Central Station 3 does. The difference, of course, is with the Z21. For those of you who don't know what a Z21 is, the Z21. The Z21 from Rocco Fleischmann. The primary difference is the Central Station 3 comes with its own computer built in, its own screen, its own monitor built in. Whereas the Rocco plugs into your smartphone or your computer and uses that. And then it has its own router, Wi-Fi network. So for the price, and also the fact that it has wireless connectivity. Now, my Central Station 3 has wireless connectivity as well. But what I mean is Rocco sells their versions of the mobile station, their little handheld controllers that are not wired. Now, they're much more expensive. But I've been through the arguments with so many people. There are people like, no, the Z21's better. The Central Station 3. You know, they're good machines. On my American Outsider show, I did some comparisons of the three big control systems: the ESU ECOS Electric Command Station, the Central Station 3 CS3, and the Z21, the Z21. And I think they all have value. I think they're all awesome. I personally prefer the Central Station 3, but I just believe in like for like. I just think American Track, American trains work better with the American control stuff. I did have an ECOS before I got my Central Station 3. Now, it was a used ECOS. I bought it used from a guy on eBay. And I loved it. I thought it was great. There were some things I think were a little bit better about it, but at the time there wasn't a Central Station 3, there was a Central Station 2. And I felt the ECOS was better than the Central Station 2. But now I will say the Central Station 3 is better than the ECOS latest generation, which is 50210, 50210. No, Heath, I do not use S88 protocols. I can, but I don't use them yet. All the stuff I would use S88 for right now is either battery operated because I've got it wired that way, and I haven't bought the S88 stuff. But my Central Station 3 is S88 compliant. There's the Central Station 3 Plus, which has the S88 built into it. My Central Station 3, there is a port where you put the adapter in and then run the S88. But to me, I don't see anything at this stage I would need the S88 for. Now, somebody was asking, let's see. Well, Chris, what track are you using? I mean, that comes down to it. Yeah, the Merklin C track. And again, electricians and electrical engineers, chill, okay? My father was an electrician. Well, my father was a licensed electrician, but he rarely worked as an electrician. My father was a licensed journeyman electrician, but he never worked as an but my father knew electrical. My father knew everything that came to construction. My father knew everything about plumbing, everything about electrical, everything about carpentry. I am so jealous of what my father knew. I'm just not jealous of how he tried to pass that information on. That probably doesn't make sense, but my dad had so many skills, but he was one of the most unhappy, miserable men you ever met. He hated his life. He hated every point his life took. And so he tried to teach me things, and some, I wish I knew. I wish I knew half of what my father knew. And I feel like I've really gained in knowledge. I have built rooms onto this house. This basement, I ripped everything down and rebuilt it, the lighting, and did all that. And hey, it looks good. So I definitely have some skills. I'm not a carpenter at the best level. Hey, who came in? Sifo came in. Hi there. Hey, David, how are you? David Williams, because I did say hello, I believe, to David Cook. And Jerry. Again, welcome everybody that's coming in. First time viewers. 23 today. But at this stage, the one thing we got to understand, and again, this is how I've had it explained to me from the pros. But the first thing is, because Merklin is AC electrical flow at this level, this is why your house is AC. All your plugs in your house are AC. Even if all your devices are DC, that's because they have to have a converter in it. But your house is wired AC. Because AC is a more efficient flow. Because it's alternating current, it vibrates back and forth. Okay? It vibrates back and forth, so it goes both directions. And at this level, that's more efficient. But also, because it's alternating current, and I'll probably say this wrong, and some electrical engineer will yell at me about it, but your resistance and your entropy are much lower than your standard two-rail DC track. So yes, I can have this big layout powered with two wires plugged into a central thing without additional bus wiring every so many feet, because AC is more efficient. DC, the further you get away from the point of power flow, and remember it's direct current, it flows in one direction, the further you get away from it. It builds up resistance, it loses power. Even as a kid, I was aware of that because I would have a big oval when I had my one train set. My dad bought me some cheap Tyco, Santa Fe, super cheap, F7, whatever it was, kit that my dad bought me for Christmas of 69 or 70, 69 or 70. And I had it for a year or two, rarely played with it. But once I built a big loop of track, and by big loop I'm talking, it was probably 4 feet on one side, the loop, and another 4 feet straight on the other side. You had a dead spot on the other side. The train would slow down on the other side. And so you had to crank up the power on that old turner. You had to crank up the power. And so that made so you have to have that bus wiring, or those feeder wires, so many feet. Now some guys do it every foot, some guys do it every 2 foot. It's just what they feel comfortable doing. I can't imagine that. I will say this, there is one lie. I do have a bus wire that runs to my parking area, my Schattenbahnhof. I do have an additional power supply over there because that is so way off, and I just did it under the advice of a friend. But my main layout here, it's 2 wires. Yes, Heath, there is a voltage drop with AC, but it's more pronounced with DC. And so people get into this, and again, my dad used to always say, you could put an electrician and an electrical engineer in a room, and they would argue till they were blue in the face over the rules of electricity. Now throw in a scientist, a conductor scientist, and you probably got a third point of view going. But we can argue the nuances of electricity flow, but the fact is, there is a reason why your house is AC and not DC. There is a reason, because it's a more efficient flow and does encounter less resistance. I didn't say no resistance, I said less resistance. There is potential power outage, but in this case, where it circles, where it is linked back to itself, you can't run this size of a layout in DC with just 2 power lines, with your positive and negative going in. Yeah, and that's the thing for, the big fight. See, I've talked about this before, but I will just mention again. The problem is we have terms that have multiple meanings in the same field. For example, when we talk about electrical flow, it's AC versus DC, okay? But people use DC and DCC as a way of saying sort of like analog, digital, okay? So somebody will say DC and mean it one way, somebody else will say DC and mean it the other, and they'll misunderstand each other. Because it has become the nomenclature to refer to analog stuff nowadays as DC. In the old days it was analog and digital, but now people use DC and DCC. I have people talking about, well, your layout isn't DCC, it's American. No, it's still DCC. DCC is one, I don't know, I use the term programming language. American has its own American Motorola, but my layout, I've got one DCC locomotive running right now. My train reads the protocols. Maybe that's a better term, protocols. But it's still... Yeah, there's that, Chris. The batteries would be too big. Hey, hi, how are you, sir? Nice to have you. And that would be the phone. But, yes, DCC equals digital command control. And DC by itself also means direct control, but it also means direct current as opposed to AC alternator. So what happens is now we talk about 3-rail versus 2-rail. 3-rail is AC powered. 2-rail is DC powered. And then, yeah, and the more we talk about AC, DC, I start thinking the band. I'm on a highway to hell. And that would be the phone again. So whoever's calling is insistent. My daughter's upstairs, she can get the phone, but if they call this particular phone that's ringing, it means it's nobody important. So we have all these crossover nomenclatures. And again, it doesn't matter what system you want to run. If you want to run analog, DC, do it. But yes, as Heath typed in there, and I think just about pretty much most people who are familiar with digital trains know, the big thing about digital control is you're now sending an electrical, piggybacked along with the electrical signal is another signal that talks to the decoder in the train. So now, instead of having to increase the power flow through the track, you have a constant power flow through the track, and the decoder now operates the train. In the old days, you had to increase the power. The increased power caused the motor in the train to speed up. Now the decoder, you send it a signal that says speed up. So the train speeds up without an increase in electrical power. But yes, there are advantages to AC. The problem is, if you decide to go AC trains, they're more expensive because your track has 3 rails. Here, let's go here. I haven't even moved cameras around. I've just had this view on. But let's see. Which one can we do? Here is a piece of my Miraklin C track. And if you look, there you go. You can see these nubs down the middle. That's the 3rd rail. Now when you hold the track up like that, level to the camera, you don't see those nubs because they're actually lower than your 2 outer rails. And that's your hot. And these are, whereas you have one hot, one neutral in DC. These are both your neutrals and then your hot lines down the middle. Now underneath, you can see why this track can be so expensive. There's a little metal rod here that connects to all those things. So when you add in, do I have one? When you add in your AC train with a ski, okay, when you add in your AC, that is a much greater contact. You're contacting more surface area than when you have a little bit of your wheel on the one hot line, okay, on your regular 2-rail track. You've got, how many ever pickups you have, this ski is bigger than all those pickups. So you're less likely to have dead areas. It doesn't mean you won't have dead areas. Cleaning the track and faulty whatever connections, all that can factor in. You guys have seen that. I have days where my trains start to slow down in certain places because the track's dirty or the connection, sometimes the track comes apart a bit. But that ski creates a lot more surface contact with that third rail. So it's a double advantage. But on the flip side, there are purists who hate that ski. That's not prototypical. You don't see a ski like that. Well, when you put it on the track, you don't really see the ski anyhow. Do you see the ski, anybody? Does anybody see the ski? It's hidden behind the wheels. You don't really see the ski. It's not that big a deal. But, of course, the other thing is this track does not look realistic. Now, I know some people that paint this because this is already ballast. There you can see it's made to look like ballast. And I know people that paint these gray. To be honest, I don't know why Miraklin doesn't make C-Track with a grayish, with flecks of white and black and red in it. It probably cost a little more in the painting process, dyeing process, I don't know. But a lot of guys will paint this. Yes, it did. Yeah, now, William, technically you can run with metal wheels. Okay, we're going to talk metal wheels. If you have metal wheels, I've got a couple of trains that have Roco DC car sets with wheels, with DC wheels. You can run DC wheels on an AC system, metal wheels. Obviously plastic doesn't matter. You can run DC metal wheels on an AC track, as long as they're not powered. Okay, let's understand that. But, yeah, let's grab this guy again. Doobie-doobie-doo, shoo-doobie-doobie. But let's say I did not change the wheels on this, okay? Let's say these were DC wheels. This is a non-powered, non-lit car. There's no energy flow through it. I can run this without changing them to AC wheels and not have a problem. Because these wheels are not your contacts. The only time they're contacts is if this is a lit car. Then you have to have the correct wheel set. If this car was lit the way Miraklin does it, then yes, these would have to be set up differently. But for a basic, because I've got plenty of DC wheels sets, I've been slowly buying and changing them out because there is a difference in the phalange, the part that sits in, because Miraklin C-Track's a little different and you want the deeper, you know, this AC, but the AC wheels have a slightly bigger phalange on it, and but anyhow, but you cannot take an AC car and put it on a DC route. Jason at Barnabas Junction a long time ago, when I used to go to his live feeds and that, he had hey, Anthony, I saw this and I thought of you, and I thought it was a really cool looking car. And he's like, I'm going to put it on my layout because it was like, it's a Miraklin. And I'm trying to type on the board, don't do it, don't do it. And he put it on and his system shorted out. Because DC wheel sets, metal wheels, are isolated. They're isolated so that they can touch, you know, depending on, especially if you're doing a return loop and all that, they can touch either side without the electricity current flowing through the axle to the other side. They're insulated from each other. AC aren't, because they don't need to be. So when you put an AC wheel set on your DC layout, it's like laying a piece of metal across your track, because the current's just going to go right through the axle. But you can do it the opposite. As long as it's a non-powered car, you can put DC cars on an AC layout. Yep. Okay, good. Reading the three of you, I think we're all in agreement there. Yay! Let's hear it for plurality. Yay! Let's hear it for consensus. We can come together. All right. No, nobody's there. Oh, let's go quick. Where is it? Bam. There's the metronome. Now you can see the metronome in all its glory. That's a gorgeous train. It really is. It's got a cool livery. Well, Tim JD, from what I observe, and I'm talking only what I've observed watching online, I don't see a lot of difference in wiring between somebody running DC and DCC. There's maybe a little bit more wiring, but whether I see a guy doing analog and has to run bus wiring everywhere, it's what you want to do. Now, I could have 10 tons more wiring here if I wanted to have working light signals and directional signals and zonal control areas, but I'm just running trains in a loop, so I only need the 2 power wires. Just like I don't know how do you have Tim JD, do you have just the 2 power lines running into your track and that's it, or do you have additional power lines elsewhere on your track that you run? But there's advantages, or let's not say advantages, let's call it pros and cons for both systems. Now again, for people who don't like how unrealistic my Miraklin C-Track is, Miraklin makes K-Track, which is the same thing as your Pico track and your Atlas track and your Bachmann track, your realistic looking track, but it still has the 3-rail nub in it. But then you have to do a little bit more soldering work, because that's the other thing I love about C-Track. This is track for dummies, okay? And I don't say that in a mean way. It's for simple. You trade a little bit of realism for ease of use. I don't have to do a lot of wiring because it is so, let's do this again. Mexico, where is it? Bingo. If you look under here, look at your metal contacts here. All right, that's a lot more metal. That's a lot more metal than your fish plate on a couple of track lines. That's a lot more metal. More room for the electricity to flow. It's a wider, broader, stronger metal contact. There's a lot more metal in there for contact, thus less loss. Also, you don't have to drill through your table and drop lines everywhere because you can run them right along here. I don't know if you guys could see that. There are channels here, and then there are little grooves here that hold your wires. So if you want to run, for example, there's a light signal I can attach to the track, a light signal I can attach to the track, plug it in right here on these additional phalanges right here. I can plug it in here. I don't have to drop a wire and run it to an S88 cable. I can plug it in right here. So the box connects to the track, the wire comes right out, you plug the wire under here, no drilling, no dropping lines, it's all under your wire, or under your track. So, again, I'm not here to convert anybody. I am not here to convert. I had to learn this on the fly. I bought a Miraklin train, and my wife said, well, you need some track. So I said, well, here's Miraklin track. Since I had a Miraklin train, I need a track to go with it. And my attitude was, I didn't know I was getting into 3-rail. When I bought that train, I didn't know I was getting into 3-rail. Once I got it, I had to learn. And I've been trying to play catch up, because like some of you out there may know, as much as we love to rail about how beautiful our community is, sometimes our community can be real harsh. If you're a newbie and you go to a website, start asking questions, YouTube it, Google it, why are you bothering me? Because I have YouTubed and I have YouTubed it, and I'm still confused, and I thought maybe somebody could explain it to me in words. Okay, so 3 controls. Yeah. And your footage isn't much smaller than mine. maybe a little bit, I don't know. Ein Klick und los geht's. Yeah, there you go. And alles geht los. Alles fährt los. If we're talking trains, we gotta say fährt. Alles fährt los. Gehen implies by foot. But, you know, now like hi here, you know, because I don't have block detection, okay? I don't have block detection. Now, if I wanted to do block detection, that'd be a lot more wiring. But, you know, Heath, I make it sound complicated. Have you watched your 4-hour live streams lately? You know, when it's something we do for a living, when working with electrical conduit and electrical lines, or lighting, or broadcast tech is something we do for a living, it becomes nature. You do it in your sleep. People from the outside don't find it as easy because they haven't spent night and day living with it, working with it. I know electrical. I don't know tech anymore. In the 80s, I was building my own computers with my friends. Now, I don't really understand a computer. I need plug and play. Plug it in, work, so I don't have to figure it out. But Hai is sitting here on his videos going through and doing language programming, typing in protocols. And I haven't done that since the 1980s, and I vaguely remember it. You know, I understand what he's doing, but I don't know how to do it. Once you get into any hobby, and model trains, here it is, you are definitely caught in a, what do you want to do and how tech is it? Model trains, in the end, are easy. Electrical power, connect your track, and run your trains. How complicated it gets is based on what you want to do. I'm happy enough to have my C track. No, it's not realistic. I was just, oh, I know, Heath. But I'm a simpleton, and I need, at least when it comes to this. But it's like, you know, I've got a master's in English degree, and when I see people misuse language, I ignore it. You know, I'm off the clock. But at work, when I'm reading a letter from a colleague and things are misspelled or grammar's poor, I'm like, hey, 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 hey. Because to me, it's real easy. Or like trying to teach German to my students. This is second nature to me. Why don't you understand verb conjugation? Why don't you understand adjective endings? Why don't you understand case endings? And it's like, how do you explain it to somebody that's new to it? That's part of the thrill of teaching. Hey, hello, welcome in. Hey, Melvin Fackler's here. How are you? And I declare you a knight at the rhomboid table. But, yeah, so, you know, like I said, I was into this and using this before I knew what I was getting into. But once I had spent that much money, I wasn't about to change systems, you know. I look back and sometimes wonder, should I have gotten into N-scale? Imagine what I could do with this room in an N-scale layout. That would have been awesome. But in the end, I just want to see trains running in a circle. I'm happy with that. Other guys aren't. There are guys that their trains need to be going up and down and around and back and hiding, and they need circuits to be, and that's cool. I don't. Hey Luma, how are you? Ave Luma. So you're on a screen without a keyboard. But it is. It's. I'm a live and let live kind of guy. You do your thing, I'll do mine. And I don't judge. The only thing I ever judge people by is how you treat other people. And not just people you like, but how you treat even people you don't like. And by the way, a belated happy Veterans Day, happy Armistice Day, happy Remembrance Day to everybody who served in the military. We have so many military holidays here. We've got Memorial Day, which is those who died in battle. We have Veterans Day, those who served. And then we have Armed Forces Day, those who are currently serving, present tense. Yeah, William, and I love watching guys do it. Would I do it? No, but it's cool to watch people do their operations and switchings and all that. My friend Christopher does, what's that, Inglenook? Every now and then he does a little Inglenook shunting challenge bit. And that's very interesting to watch. Now there are some people who tune in, hey, trains aren't running and they're bored with it. I like any aspect of it. I just like to see what guys are doing with their trains. When we get too much into the this is how you do it, and if you're not doing it this way, you're wrong. That's when I tune people out. That's when I stop watching channels, when they start getting this is the right way and everybody else is wrong. I talked about this a week or two ago. There are some channels I used to be members of, and these guys started talking about, oh, I won't even watch a channel if they don't weather their trains. Okay, click. I'm done watching your channel now. I don't care how great a layout you have. You have a crap attitude. I like seeing people who got trains. I don't care if you're running them on a kitchen table, a kitchen counter, or bedroom floor, or if you're lucky enough like me to have a big table. Whether you're Sam's trains. I don't care, man. If you just like running your trains, run your trains. But yeah, I have worked at exhibitions. For the brief time I was a member of this particular club I was a member of briefly, I went to several exhibitions that they participated in. And first of all the guys arguing with each other over whose train's going to run, and there's always an issue, something's not running right here or there. Yeah, there's a controller issue. There's always a controller issue, whether it's an AC or a 3-rail system, a 2-rail system, whether it's digital, analog. There's, when you're setting up for an exhibition, something's guaranteed to not be right. Somebody stuck 2 tracks together and they didn't go into the fish plates properly, something, And hey, don't worry about it. Just fix it and get it done. But yes, I have seen them. Oops, we needed Wi-Fi and we don't have Wi-Fi. Oh, trains aren't running this way. Oh, he blew his lights in his house? Interesting. That would be funny to have seen. I missed that. And it is funny to see. Hell to go through, but funny to see. Lord knows I've had a couple of oops issues here. Live stream, I left a turnout open, and then I reversed the trains. And where it was okay to leave the turnout one way, when I changed directions, oops, crash, live, dummy. Hey, Richard Brown, how are you, sir? Nice to have you. So my thing is, I'm a bells and whistles guy. So if somebody explained to me the difference between digital and analog, I would have been digital anyhow, because I want all the bells and whistles. I want all the station announcements on my trains. I want all the different sounds, the air brakes, the shoveling of the coal on the steamers, all the different running sounds. Now, it can become a cacophony. Plug your ears, everybody. Seriously, plug your ears.
Meine Damen und Herren, auf Gleis 1 fährt ein der Metronom RE2-Umfang. Bitte Vorsicht beim Einsteigen.
That diesel alone will drive you crazy, and they're not that loud. But the minute you have mics on, or you have multiple trains running, it's just insane. No, I don't have a Taurus running. The Alex is, well, it's related to the Taurus, but it's a Class 223. It's a Hercules 223 locomotive. Yeah, and I can run, I run 6 trains at a time here, William. So, let's see, who can we catch? Nobody here. But I run 6 trains at a time because ADD. Because I just need different trains running. I just need to see all the different trains running. Hey Steve, how are you? Welcome in, Steve87. But that's just it. I don't show all the individual cameras. I show the multi-view, but I don't show all the individual cameras enough. And sometimes they give you great perspectives of the trains. But Ewan is here if I didn't say hi, Ewan. And then there's my Delmenhorst station, which is an actual station in the city of Delmenhorst, Germany. And then the village of Delmenhorst. All right, guys. I always like that layered effect there where you could, for a little bit, you could see 2 trains coming the same way, separated a bit. And then the 11-lane view where you can see 11 different lanes. 6 of them run trains, 5 are parking lanes. Oh, where do I want to put this? Just call on me, and I'll send it along with love to you. All right, one decision made. Now, what about the other one? What about the other one? Where did I put the other one? There you are. There you are. I fit you in there. Yeah, nah, not really. All right, maybe I can fit you in over here somewhere. Do it again, bow, bow, bow. That'll do for now. It doesn't have to be perfect or pretty. It just has to be on there, and it fills up some space. So anyhow, are the parking lanes for the teenage trains. Well, I have 2 parking areas. So if I go to the big cam, let's go to, just in case other people, Jean Ricard. Yeah, Jean Ricard, if that were my skill level and that, I would love. Because, yes, obviously, I love Carl's garage spam. But that's not what I built. And I can sit and admire. And if I want to see a layout running like that, I can turn on Carl and watch his page, you know. Awesome stuff. He's got great stuff. But there were certain things I wanted, and I had to have Delmenhorst. That was the key. I had to have Delmenhorst, and that predicated everything else I got in the layout. Delmenhorst dictated everything else I was going to do on the layout. Because at one time I dreamt of multiple levels, having a helix, and having and maybe even doing a northern Germany, southern Germany bit with mountains and hills and that. But one of the other things is, and originally, by the way, this train table was designed to be 2 levels. There's going to be a second level underneath, and my trains are going to have a short helix going down to a second level, a very tight short helix going down. And once we started building, Joy said, you know, we took out a closet here, we've got all this stuff, we have storage issues. So I had to leave underneath this table, instead of having a second level there, it became a storage area. There's boxes of family stuff underneath my train table here because we got nowhere else to store it. This is a small house. I took out 2 closets down here to build this layout. When I remodeled the basement, I took out 2 closets. Well, there was stuff in those closets. Yeah, Roy, I watch channels where guys occasionally run trains, occasionally build models, you know. Again, it's more of how they present themselves. Are they fun to watch? That's what it's really about. Are they fun to watch? And the only time I won't watch a channel is if they get political. You know, I deal with politics in the real world. When I watch a thing, I don't want to know who's a liberal, who's a hippie liberal, who's an uptight conservative and that crap. I don't want to know. When I'm watching somebody's channel on YouTube, I'm looking for entertainment. And I just want to sit back and not go, oh, come on, you know, I don't need to hear that today. So I've got guys, I don't even collect Hot Wheel cars, but one of my favorite channels is a guy called Diecast Dude because he collects, but he's fun to watch. All he does is go into different stores in Europe and find Hot Wheel cars, but it's fun to watch. So yes, long answer, done, short answer, yes, I would watch a channel where somebody does trucks. 3 of my uncles were truck drivers, cross-country truck drivers. I have nothing but healthy love and respect for old-time truck drivers. Now, I'll tell you right now, some of the new guys are jerks. But there used to be a certain etiquette that people on the highway and truck drivers had with each other, and it's gone. I see truck drivers do things that my uncles would chase them down and cuss them out for. And then you got people don't respect truck drivers that don't understand the weight of everything they're pulling. Being a truck driver, some people, it's the greatest life. It's a tough life. I don't care if you love it or not. It's a tough life. I'm a teacher. I love it. It's still a tough job. So yeah, I would watch anything. If it's fun and it's interesting, yeah, I'll watch it. Hey, Alan at Dragon Junction is here. No, I have not watched 3D Bot Maker. I've got a couple of 3D channels I'm trying to educate myself with so I can sort out why my 3D printer just won't quite do what I want it to do. We've gone to a marriage therapist, my 3D printer and I. We've had counseling. It says I don't understand it. I said it's not listening to me. We're working through the therapy, but my 3D printer and I definitely still have issues with one another that we're trying to work through. Do we have a lot of guys here? 25. We're good. Hey, Roy is here. Hey, Roy, thanks for popping in. Great to have you here. I really want the list of people up here so I could look at the camera while I'm reading the list. So when I'm greeting people, but I'm always looking like this. Hi, Roy. How are you? But my problem is my job this year has gotten so much crazier. This is the hardest I've worked in years. It's my last year, and it's proving to be the hardest. I don't have the time. I got addicted to so many channels, and oh my gosh, there are days where all of you put out videos, and I'm trying to catch everybody's video. And so I eventually catch up on Sundays. That's what I did last weekend. I was like, a whole bunch of my friends put up videos, and I like to watch and comment. Oh, well, there you go, see? I just saw 3D Bot. I saw 3D Bot. Sorry. 3D Bot Maker. Oh, Hot Wheel Races on his home built. No, that sounds like a cool channel. I drop a link and I'll check it out later. Sorry, I just read the first couple lines. I was short reading. Not a good habit to have. Hey, Digger Evans, how are you? No, everybody's going to start asking me all these channels I watch. If you want to know what channels I watch, go to my YouTube, or go to my YouTube channel and see. I'm subscribed to about 280, which, you know, what is it? I think Sparky said he subscribed to a couple of thousand. Somebody would have to correct me. Sparky says he's, and that's awesome. I couldn't, my feed would drive me crazy because I want to watch. I don't want to subscribe to a channel and not watch what they do. And I'm finding, well, I just got done trimming. I got close to 300 and now I've cut it back a bit because I realized, oh, I stopped watching that channel. Oh, I needed caffeine today. Sometimes you can't get through life without snorting a little coke. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Oh, much better. Whew. Needed that. So, how are everybody doing out there? Everything good? Good. All right. But, yeah, I just, there's so many people, and then what's weird is I've got channels I subscribe to. Do you guys have this issue? I'm subscribed to somebody and you know, they haven't posted in months. And then all of a sudden they post and you're really excited to catch that. But I'll have like 7 or 8 channels on one weekend where, wow, they haven't posted in months. And all of a sudden they all posted. It's like they all got together and said, hey, you haven't posted? Neither have I. Yeah? All right, let's all post. Well, hello, Stuart. Another awesome channel out there. There's a guy, he's got this channel, he's Colwich Junction, I talked about him a couple weeks ago. I think he barely has 100 subscribers or something like that. I'd have to look and see what he's at. But holy cow, he's got one of the most awesome little layouts in the world. And nobody knows him. Wait, I saw somebody said, hi Z, do we have a Z in here? But there, and there is a priority. There are people I will, if they post a video, I'll watch first. I'll make sure I have time. You know, Sir Alan Wiles here, when he posts a new video, that goes to the top of the list. Now, I'm only saying that because he's here. Hey, Z Fantasy, there we do have a Z. How are you, dear? Ma'am? But yeah, Alan's one of those people that when he's got a video, because I know I'm going to smile. When he puts a video out there, I know I'm going to smile. When Tim JD puts his train videos up, I know I'm just going to enjoy it. When Stuart puts up a new video, that goes top of the list because, and I don't want to offend all the people like, why am I on top of the list? Just because I know I'm going to enjoy it. Andrew McDonald at March West Junction. But they're just, you know, to belabor a point, there are just certain people. There are just certain people that they make my YouTube world. There are just certain people. All you people who come in here and chat with me each day or each Friday, and we communicate via your videos and my videos and comments and that. It's very special. But there are people that have, you know, they're not as big as the big channels, okay? They're not as big. And in some ways, I feel like they should be, because they're the nicest people out there. You know, in some ways, you know, there are some of you here that I think you should have 10,000 subs. You should have 20,000 subs, 30,000 subs, 40,000 subs, because you're so awesome. And I'm not just talking your layouts and your trains or your knowledge, because there's that too. Because people from Tim JD here to Andrew Turnage to my buddy Brian Finn at Finnerton Central, Alan, all you guys that, you know, Heath here, or if Heath is still here, you guys are just so clever. And you're awesome at watching your thought process work and fix things. You're just so much fun to watch. And so I'm like, you should all have 10,000 subs. But on the flip side, if you had 10,000 subs, we'd lose you. We'd lose you. You'd have so many people, you'd be like, well, I can't answer everybody. Hey, Jerry, how are you? Hey, Terry, how are you? Still at work on the West Coast. Indeed. But the weekend's coming. It started here, so it's on your way. Damien Laffer is here. Nice. Or Laffer. I know you've corrected me, and I just, bad memory. Artie! Nice to have you here. You know, Artie's got a great little channel. I mean, that bleeding accent he's got down there can drive you a little crazy at times, but, you know. No, I'm just kidding. I just wish Artie's name was Kenneth so I could hear Kenneth all the time. Oi! Is Artie down in South Australia? You know, there's just so many great people, but in some ways I guess I'm glad they're not huge, because then you'd lose them. And of course, you've seen this with some of the channels. They get so big and they feel like they owe everybody everything. I've got to do this for the fans or I'll lose my subscribers. And the minute you start doing things for the subscribers instead of yourself, you lose it. You can't do things just for the subscribers. You got to do it for you. That, you know, and that's why I have the subscribers I have. There's 900 and whatever crazy people out there. 50 are relatives. The other 900 are crazy people that subscribe to this channel and haven't got the common sense to leave it. Because I'm never going to do something for them. I'm going to do it for me, and if you laugh at it or like it or enjoy it, awesome. And if it makes you want to come back, seek help. You got Leslie here who does those awesome rail fanning videos. Simon's got these great train captors. Simon the Railway Enthusiast does some great things. Richard, well, Richard, your channel will start growing big again once you settle in and start building your new layout again. I know that's what you're doing. But you had a great channel. I can't completely relate. Okay? The best way I can relate to this. Several of you have had layouts that you decided to take down. Now, somebody like Richard at Everard Junction, when he decided to rebuild his layout, you know, it was determined he hated the layout, he's going to rebuild it, and he's cool with that. But like Richard, where you had a situation where you had developed that for years, even with all its nuances, it was cool. You're the first guy I saw the 360-degree camera on and got me wanting to do, you and Jason at Barnabas Junction got me wanting to do the multi-cam. But when you decide to tear down one of those grand layouts, for whatever reason, and I can see the pain it's causing people, I can see the heartache you're going through to yank it down. I commiserate. I'm very empathic and empathetic. I've never had to tear down a layout per se, although I've torn this down, taken it apart a couple times. But I've had to give up something I've loved. I've had to give away my, like my 73 Charger that I worked and made a gorgeous car and did all this work with it. And loved driving it around and loved showing it off and that. And when I had to let that go, I had to let it go. There was no choice. I had to let it go. It was lose the car or lose the house. And so I lost the car instead. But it's a pain. Let me see, do I have it here? Yep, here we go. But speaking of die-cast, anybody into die-cast cars here? Let me show this to you. I know I've shown it in the past. But, where is it? Nexie Solo, okay. Do you see this toy? Obviously you see it, I'm sticking it on the screen. Do you see this? That toy car, that's a 1973 Dodge Charger. Okay, it's made by Johnny Lightning Classic Gold Collection. This came out close to 20 years ago. Okay. The car in this picture, is my 73 Charger. No, I don't mean I owned a 73 Charger that looked like that. No, that was my 73 Charger in this picture. It had won the 1999 Chicago Mopar Raleigh Best in Show, and that they took a picture of it and made a toy car out of it. That was my car. That car was the one that sat in my driveway for many years. Yes, it is. And I miss it to this day, but it had to go. Hark, I hear a missus. But, so yeah. Oops. Oh, crotch shot in the camera. Sorry about that, guys. Oh yeah, the mouse here died. That's the one I bought for my laptop upstairs. It died. I brought it down here still. And then you can't, this is goofy. So you have to steer on the pad and then click with this. And then when you do that, you got to go back over. All right, you're sounding like Brenda Vaccaro. Oh, I should go to here, bada bing, bada boom. Let's do the 4 view. Where are we at? Mexico view, up the ramp view. Scene 3, there we go, scene 3. Doobie doobie doobie, doobie doobie doobie, doobie doobie doobie. Ta-da!
Hi, everybody.
Oh, wait, yeah, here you go.
I tried yelling.
Yes, I know.
Boss is in
My
the
ear's
house.
still ringing.
Well, that was an interesting week, Stephen.
The boss is home. Indeed she is.
Alright, bye Z. So, I hope everybody else is fine.
See, I should do, I don't know, this way, because then we could use my wheels, because then we could be rock and roll.
Yeah, you're right, you go.
Yeah, I had to disappoint the crowd.
I know. It just didn't happen. It just
Yeah.
couldn't happen.
What?
Singing this
Oh, I was...
No, you're trained.
The ICE4.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
okay.
wasn't talking the singing.
Yeah, alright. I thought you might have gone there.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
we do have another song ready to, well, not
We
ready to
do.
go, but another one written. Plus,
Yes,
we've
you
got
guys.
3 Christmas songs done for
Yeah.
our Christmas special. We just don't want to cross everybody else's.
Right.
Hey, Kieran's here! Kieran! Hey, Kieran!
Yeah, that's
Yay!
about it. Is it Friday yet? Is it Friday yet? Hey, hit the lock button, y'all, you know.
It's,
So,
see, I don't do that, but
yeah, but I do. So, that's alright. Yeah, I got an email.
uh-oh,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
Yeah, Mrs. Dodge, our son didn't want to get anybody in trouble, but, one of the girls dumped chocolate milk all over his lunch, and he has a milk allergy. So he couldn't eat anything.
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez. So anyway, if it'd be nice to just send an email to the parent, yeah, no. Oh, no, we're going to deal with that. That makes me not mad. Or me quite
Oh,
mad.
great. Little psycho killers. We had our lockdown
What do
practice.
I think of his channel? Oh, you just went to eBay on me.
Did I? Oops. You lost the...
I didn't lose it, you did.
Oh, sure, it's all my fault.
So anyway, that's like attempted murder.
That's what you think of my channel, is attempted murder?
No, I'm still talking about
You're
the
crossing
kid.
streams.
I talked about the kid who put chocolate milk all over this kid's lunch. That's just mean. And she's playing around, I'm sure, but it's mean when
Oh,
it's
I
only
doubt
me.
it.
Oh yeah, she was.
Yeah, maybe she didn't know. I don't know.
No, he's got a terrific train channel there. I back him up 100%.
Well,
so.
that's what he's saying. He's saying, I don't
Yeah.
realize how wonderful it is. I mean, I'm glad people come and watch. I'm glad I entertain people.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I mean, he does, yeah. I push him up, I pick him up occasionally, but it's alright. He's alright. The kids are
Yeah.
alright.
the kids are all right.
Oh, nice. Lumo.
Indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Luma's here.
Nice.
Jean Ricard is causing trouble.
Yeah, two-fish.
Tupish. One of your favorite German words, tupish.
It is.
Typical.
It
Tupish.
does. It sounds just
He
so...
hasn't done as much,
It's
but
got an
he
attitude
just,
to it. Two-fish.
yeah, he has come in. I don't think that my channel is wonderful. I think it's wonderful people come and hang and do this.
It's true.
No,
He
Steve, the
thinks you're
ICE4,
wonderful.
the ICE4 got mailed out yesterday. I paid for it. Well, I paid for it Friday night, but they don't get it until Monday when the shop opens again.
Right.
And they didn't ship it out until yesterday because they had tons to ship out, and they do international shipping twice a week. Mondays, and they hadn't processed the order yet, and Thursdays. So Mondays and Thursdays is when they ship out their international orders. I was hoping, if you remember my stream last week, I was
Ouch.
hoping that they would get it shipped out, processed and shipped out on Monday.
Yeah,
They
he
didn't.
sure was. He was hoping they'd throw it in with the Christmas card. They didn't do that either. So, is this dead or is it just need a new battery?
It's dead. It's a piece of crap. I changed batteries in it already.
Gotcha.
It's a piece of crap. I
Gotcha.
shouldn't have bought a generic.
Yep. Anyway,
But,
Artie, that's
no, and
really
the thing
nice. He
is-
does have absolutely beautiful trains.
Yeah. Oh, and I know people love my trains. I know, and that's the one thing. If you ever hear me arrogant, it's like I got some cool trains.
Yeah.
You know, my icy. There isn't a prettier train on anybody's layout over my railjet right here. That railjet that just went over my head. Yeah, you can have your favorite trains, but that baby is a beauty.
Yeah, he sure does.
That
love
baby
it.
is a beauty.
He wrote a song about it, you know. This is all these different trains, but I've got a railjet. I remember that.
Oh,
I've got
that's
a
right.
railjet.
See, this is why I can't like myself and think of myself as a great person. Because Mark Identical Dad, his daughter was sick and he lost his grandfather.
Oh,
And I
that's
didn't even think
sad.
about that
Yeah.
today. And Greg, you had your operation, so you're not feeling good because you had the. Did they tell you anything? Should I ask here? You can always tell me offline somehow.
Privately,
But see, that's why I don't sit here and think what a wonderful person I am.
Ask Anthony what name has one Mike Hessel name, and it's his fault.
I thought you went with Brandcastle. Or did mine win? That would be awesome if mine won, because I think it's the coolest name. I think Castle Jockington was a perfect name. Or Jockington Castle. Oh. It's that biz.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see it too.
it's
I didn't hear from Kaya. Well, I can understand that. Everybody's here to see Joyce. You know, they just hang around until Joyce comes in, and then I let her take over the show. I stole it from you. Yeah,
the one you dreamed about
the,
paying for.
the Austrian railjet as opposed to the Australian railjet.
Keyholes.
There may not be. But no, I do love my trains. I've got very cool trains.
Midsummer Century.
Yeah, he said he's going to. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What? Something to do. But okay. All right, that's great.
Yeah, because that was the other thing I did. I bought a new phone.
Yeah, I sure did. I went for the most expensive one.
Yeah, we're not upset about that, are we?
Oh.
But it does this. Look, it's a small phone that you can then. So it's a small phone that then does this. Boom, and opens up into a gigantic tablet.
Ginormous phone. It's a ginormous phone.
Yep, indeed.
He turns it just right. You don't even see the seam. Mind you, it wasn't answering calls this morning. Did you fix that?
Well, you'd have to call me to know.
Let me call you.
Where's it at? There we go. Yeah, I don't know if this will show up.
Okay, H&H Express.
All right, hi, have a good night. Thank you for stopping in. Love having you here. You got a great channel. If people don't know H&H Express, Model N Scale, check him out. Lots of cool techie things on his channel.
Yep.
And some cool N Scale trains. So if you're into N Scale, it's in his title.
Indeed. Oh, your stepsister's funeral. That's sad.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, hi. Watch your videos. I don't understand a thing.
Oh, so it did. I feel. But here you go.
Yeah,
This is my
something like
railjet. Louisville, Kentucky, United States. So you can see it was shipped. It was shipped yesterday, November 11th, 2021. And it's already in Louisville,
yeah,
Kentucky. One day from Germany to Kentucky.
You're right. You really cannot. You cannot watch Sidetrack Sunday if you are hurting. You know it can come pretty crazy.
Well, hello, another Andrew, the 156 one. And why am I on the screen? Oh, because I was doing that. So let's go back to trains.
You were showing off your new phone.
Yeah, that's it. That's a new phone. But yeah, I got 3 new buildings in. They were a deal, man. It was 3 buildings for a total of $25.
Good deal.
Yeah, that's a good deal. So they're on the way out. One is over here. One's over here, and the other 2 are on the end over there.
Gotcha.
Well, one of them is a Nordsee, the fish and chips place.
Okay.
The Nordsee. And then...
Nordsee is not fish and chips. Nordsee is like fish heads.
Nordsee was everything. It was like Arthur Treacher's or all those places. It's a fish and chip shop. It just happened to have fish that hadn't been scaled on sandwiches. Ugh.
Yeah, that was kind of scary.
Hello, Matt.
Thanks, Artie.
So where we at? So the big deal. So yeah, the ICE4 will be on my doorstep Monday, according to the delivery, because they don't deliver over the weekend.
A week of like that, I'm sure.
So
Trying
I
to
don't
get you
know.
up to 30. Come on, y'all. It's 28 in here. Hit that like button. Like soft shell crabs. You know, it's been so long since we went in there. I mean, it was literally
They
the
were
first year
seafood,
we
but
went in.
they're a McDonald's of fish and chips. They're
Yeah.
all kinds of seafood,
they're
but
everywhere.
it's low.
Yeah, it's
low
a
quality franchise chain thing with quick, square fish sandwiches. But they also have other fish that's just mackerel sandwiches, where it's the actual whole mackerel with its head still on it, on a bun. Ah!
Okay. Hi, John.
Oh, hi, Johnny Dawson. Nice of you to pop in. Thank you, sir.
He's building his PC.
His desktop, not just a PC, a super PC.
For
Because
sure.
he's a Canadian, so it's a super
Ah,
PC.
it's Canadian.
So it's a super PC.
Oh, super PC.
Well, he's up by Niagara Falls, so it's got to be
Wow.
strong to deal with the falls.
Oh, it's negative.
All those negative ions. That's right, all the negative
Oh,
ions.
He's always so happy if he gets super computer. Balance that out.
Well, Artie, I would be concerned, but he's got that whole Pacific Ocean thing to get it to you. So he can hijack the train. That's okay. I got my people ready to hijack it back. I've got people in low places. I have connections.
Yeah, Artie, you have big ideas, but it's so far away.
I'm blasted by this. You haven't been keeping up with this. Somerset Andy had a contest. You remember?
No.
Oh,
I'm just laughing. You won his contest.
well,
And he's not happy.
no, I don't know.
Sorry.
He was running a contest, and he gave us a choice of 2 names to name his castle. He
Yeah.
gave us 2 names to name his castle. One was Bran Castle, which was Dracula. And then I forget what the other name was.
How would you win if there was 2 choices?
Well, the thing is, I started typing a response. I didn't catch he was going to give us a choice of 2.
Ah, so you were throwing in some more suggestions.
So I threw in my own
could
suggestion.
expect nothing less
Because
from you.
Andy's the one that's got the little dog jockey, okay? You remember the
Okay,
little jockey?
yeah.
Right, okay, so there's so many Andys. There's
I
Moreland
know there
Andy and
is.
Andrew T and Andrew McDonald, March West Junction. There's a lot of Andys. Apparently, 1 out of every 4 people in the UK is named Andrew.
Well, it could be that Prince thing.
Let's show a little.
No, it's all trendy.
One Prince Andrew. That's it. One Prince Andrew.
Yes, but he's a prince, so it's
Yeah, but
okay.
he's a kid. These people were named first. These are all old people.
Well, maybe he was.
He's not really a kid
I
anymore
don't know.
either. He's 40.
He's not. He's 40. So I don't know.
But anyhow.
All right, move on. So.
No, not move on. You interrupted the story.
Okay, so you were throwing out suggestions.
So, yes, I typed in a suggestion and sent it before I watched where he said, these are my 2 choices. I thought it was a cool name for a castle, and I named it after his dog, Jockington Castle. So apparently other people said go for it.
So much for the contest.
So I screwed up his contest.
So you got it. So you started.
So originally Brand
So you
Castle.
started chatting and you took over.
No, I didn't even take over.
Yes, you did.
It was a stream. Or it wasn't a stream, it was just a post. It was a video
Oh,
post.
I see.
And I made the mistake of typing a reply before I watched the whole video. Because I said, I got a great name. It just sounded very distinguished. Jockington Castle. Sir Jockington. Lord Jockington. Prince Jockington. No, they got that one. His name is Charles. So yeah. So apparently a lot of people said, yeah, go with that, because I didn't go back to see any other comments on it. Now I'll have to go back and watch it again. Or watch if he's got the follow-up. Because he did post and say, here's where he had 5 votes and 2 were Brand Castle.
So apparently your group isn't really into
Dracula?
Yeah.
No, I thought Brand Castle was a cool idea.
It is too, I agree.
And he could have got little Dracula figurines, but I just thought Jockington sounded like a
It's
cool
all
name.
good.
What happened?
Jockington Castle is the name. The count has to leave.
See, and there's another Andy. Speak of the devil.
I
They're crawling
know.
out of the woodwork. We have an Andy crisis. What do we call that? It's an andemic. We have an andemic pandemic. We have an Andy crisis. One more Andy and we win the trifecta.
Face Castleton win. How are you, Prince? With their ship. I'm pretty sure nobody made that mistake again.
Andrew's here, Andrew's there, Andrew's everywhere.
Is Lindy in here?
I think I'm going to have to change this name to Model Train Andrew's channel.
Huh. Yeah, so where are all the Johns? There's plenty of that,
Well, we have
too.
one John up the hall to the right. The other John, just follow your nose.
Okay.
No, that's the American side. On the American side, there's the, like, Sidetrack Sunday can have a bunch of Johns on there. And considering the toilet humor, it's appropriate.
Sure.
You were supposed to be cracking up on that pun.
Ah!
Don't even. I can see you. Just because I turn my head behind you, I can see you twice.
Whatever.
I've got you there. Wait a minute. I'm crushing your head. I'm crushing your head. I'm crushing. I'm crushing your head.
That
Peach.
dodgy fellow.
Peach.
Yeah.
Peach.
Yeah, he's smishing.
Nope, behave. Okay.
He's smishing my head, but who's gonna fix dinner then? Where are all the he's? I don't know, Heath. You might be somewhat unique in this train community.
Sorry, Heath. All the he's gathered in a field somewhere. Thank you. Thank you. All the heaths are out in a field somewhere.
Oh, snap. You feel a parody coming on. I predicted Andy.
I'll be Andy Williams. It's that most wonderful time of the year.
Close. Till the Andys are running and Andys are playing and Andys are logging.
Home, home on the net, where the Johns and the Andrews all play.
Ah, thank goodness. You're not the only Anthony. But
No,
that's
there's Anthony GSB.
there's not too many.
There's Anthony GSB, and there's a few Tonys.
Right. Yeah, Heath, you did. Anthony doesn't let too many fastballs go by.
Yeah, you hang the slider. That's over the fence. Dust and lint remover. Ooh, the windy effect.
No.
It's that model bit.
My face all scorched up. Very attractive. I missed the cut. Hey.
See, that's the best thing. I could do stuff like this and then watch me doing it.
Oh, shoot. Walk the blade. Oh, Jack's here.
Jack's here. Well, hello, Jack. Welcome in, sir. Jack, please don't take this the wrong way, but do I need to slow my trains down?
Only if you're going to leave them on.
Only if I'm going to leave them on all night, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Andy. We know where. Just all you Andys.
I just kill
We
time
know where
until
the love
Joyce gets
is.
here. I kill time until Joyce gets here. Hey, Colin, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you had a good work day.
Nice group. Hit the like button, you guys. We're at 31.
There you go. We
I
got it
know,
now.
it's
Yeah.
awesome.
We broke 30. Yay. And there was much rejoicing.
Yay.
And then the frozen land of Nador.
Jack said yes. Do you have your GoPro on?
No.
It's so quiet.
In honor of Jack, joining my channel.
Oh, you stop that one. Oh no, it's.
It's
Oh,
so good.
it's-
That's good crawl speed.
That's-
That's great crawl
That's
speed.
about as small as it
Let's
can go.
put that on the full
I
screen
think
here.
it's stopping every now and then. It's like, oh, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
That's great crawl speed right there.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
All right.
Your railjet's crawling nicely too.
Yo, that railjet's
They're
such an awesome
they're
trade.
tiptoeing.
Hey, Tom Couples. Yep. Tom's
You know,
been
that's
here.
how we always
I think I
thought
forgot
about
to say
the,
hi to Tom when he came in. I feel really bad about that now.
The L trains in Chicago, we would stay at a hostel that was at the same level. But what's interesting about it is they would, they most certainly did. The L's would slow down. It's like they were tiptoeing past your windows.
Okay, now I got the
7
railjet
o'clock,
going a little too
everybody's
fast there.
up. They go full
The
speed.
railjet's going a little fast, and yeah, let's slow.
Anthony doing Jack. What happened to the GoPro? I want to know too. He probably.
Oh, I ran the GoPro last week. Well, hang on here. Let me.
Is it on your phone? Your new phone?
Oh no, I'd have to set up the new phone.
Whoopsie! You can't do it. That's the
I've got
problem.
the app. I got the app.
He got this new phone. This huge new phone.
Oh, heaven's sake, what is it now? Oh. Do I have to reset it up?
See, yes, it's not gonna be.
Alright, well, I'll let this guy run for a second. Oh, it takes a couple of minutes. Golly gee willikers, woman.
Oh, fine, sorry.
Quit being a hatred.
Alright, he's working on it, Roy.
Yeah, I ran it last week. I did take a couple of weeks off, but I bought a new American car for it.
Yeah, you did.
I bought a new American wagon for it, which it fits on much better
he
than
just
that drop
shops
bit.
and shops.
I'm a shopping whore.
Oh, okay. Gotcha, sweetie.
Sweetie!
Lindy.
Oh, scared me. Thought she was dumping me for some internet troll.
Well, then you should be safe, but I'm glad you're here. She's a terrific supporter, you know. Kind of silent, but terrific.
Searching for camera. This should have already been done. It should transfer. Actually, you could run upstairs and get my other camera because I could still use it on the Wi-Fi.
I should, huh?
No. I gotta do it. Select the camera. It's a Hero 9 Black. Boy, you gotta be...
Is that just a little less?
I want to talk about
Is that
this.
just a little less than a black 10?
Yeah, a Black 9's a little bit smaller than a Black 10.
Oh, come on. What's wrong with you guys?
Wait. That's Andrew. Andrew, don't encourage it. Andrew, don't encourage this. Actually, I was thinking of doing it, but...
Stornwagen time. Oh, my.
It says no GoPro detected.
I hate it when they don't talk to each other. Okay, 1 o'clock on Sunday. I think everybody checked in. Okay, he gave you a 3-rail layout to look at.
Ooh, what?
Like your own.
Well, it might be one I know, but...
Might be. The trains are all running the wrong way. The IC4 is on
How are
its
you
way
not
to
detecting my
California.
GoPro?
Oh, it better not be on its way to California. Man, that's...
Oh, why is
disturbing.
this recording?
Oh, that might be a problem.
No, don't power off, you commie.
Oh, shoot, you guys, you can't have this ICE4. You may be trying to tease him, but you're upsetting me.
Yeah, you're upsetting the woman.
Okay.
You're upsetting Joyce. All this joking about stealing my IC4. You're upsetting her.
It's expensive and stuff. And the deal is great. There you go.
All right, let's try it again.
Actually, it's quesadillas tonight.
Okay. Well, it's searching this time. Let's see if it
Anthony
works
doesn't
out.
like chicken, so he just gets his cheese ones. It's like a Mexican cheese sandwich.
All right, it's saying it can't find
That's
it
cool.
here.
That's not good. We know where it is. You put that in Paramount?
I don't know.
You set it up once.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not reading it.
You gotta go get your old phone.
I'm trying to figure out what it's doing here.
Oh, for heaven's sakes! That's not nice! It's not in California on its way to Australia. You can't deliver anything to Australia. Who are you
Yeah, who
fooling?
are you kidding? Yeah.
Oh, and a hiccup. What the heck? Probably going too slow. Sorry, Jack Jack. Huh, okay.
Okay, I'm supposed to...
Alright, Leslie.
Oh, Leslie's leaving?
Yep.
Alright, well, I'll have to sort this out later. I'm not figuring out why it's not
You want
doing
to
it.
get your other phone?
Yeah.
Alright, guys, it's just not gonna happen this week.
Alright, but what's going on there now? Why are we suddenly having these little slowdowns?
Yeah, alright, I'll watch each train. It's really loud. I think that's all it is. The mystery stop. Well, there's only one collector in this family. Oh, for sure.
What's that?
He's getting a look from the dog. Yeah, it's definitely time to pay attention to that.
Huh. I am curious. Why is this not doing it?
From Canada? Huh.
Alright, knock it off.
Hi, Creepy. Let's go for 40 likes. You have 34 people in here. That's crazy.
Do I have 34?
542.
Golly gee. Well, I can't figure out why it won't.
Hey, what o'clock it is. Hopefully we get it done fast. We're going through family photos that my brother's been hoarding.
Huh.
That's not really fair because he really just kind of took it when nobody else would. That bit us.
Well, I don't know. Do you mind running upstairs and get the other phone?
Yeah, I can get up.
It just might be certain things aren't set up yet on that. Sorry, I had to send her away on a mission. What do you mean, Eurostar or ICE train? Which one do I like better? ICE. But if you want to be specific, I've got a Beatles Yellow Submarine Eurostar that's a very awesome train. Do I have a dislike? I'm crushed. Who, what, where, when, why, how? Who did what, where, to why? Come on! Jeez, oh, willikers, woman. Taking too long. No. You get me my phone. That's the only stuff you needed to do. Control your GoPro. GoPro, you shall do what you're told, or else. I'm trying to control it. Alright. Well, the best bet for him would be that dude coming around. Come on, get over here, dude.
Happy you came in and fall asleep? Oh, that's not good.
Come back here. Going back here, Nitty.
Oh, Creepy, you really don't want to know. It's upsetting me, so.
Hi, Gary. Heather. Okay. Any day now, any year now. Sorry, guys. Joyce is running the show while I do this.
Oh, I am?
Continue. Yeah, talk to the
Oh,
people.
we're up to 41. You guys are awesome.
Wow, dang.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, really.
There you go.
Okay. So there will be a brief
I think I heard that
tick off. Brief tick off. Don't panic. That was me.
Facebook, no.
What?
not
What are you
Facebook.
doing?
YouTube is slowly
What the heck?
I swear that said it's a trap.
It's a trap.
That they're gonna start hiding the likes so that the only one who sees them is the one who streamed. The dislikes. I'm sorry, not the likes. I didn't say that very well. I got distracted. Can't imagine why.
Let's see how this fits in here.
Man, it's all
Disconnected.
plot.
It's all plot. That's how they get you.
It is.
All right, everybody else can run again. I just want to stop that when I'm messing with that so I don't create a short by lifting the wheels up.
Yeah. Understood.
Now I just gotta go through this rigmarole again. Why did you disconnect? That's what drives me crazy. Why did it disconnect? I was done. We're done.
You had your fun.
All right, now it should be live. So now let's see how he handles it.
One of the Andrews asked you what your favorite
What?
steam train in the UK is. That's a wrap.
Why is it
Not a
disconnecting?
Because you don't like that phone anymore. We have technical problems, people. Sorry. Oh, good for you.
You've ordered it from the UK. Okay.
Yeah, you know, Sean, I really don't know. That's the problem.
Now, is that working? Oh, okay. I know maybe 2 other things I needed to do yet. No, not that one. That one.
I really don't know what I want for Christmas. I
The
did
2 front feet.
I shared a sweater on Facebook that I thought was pretty.
Why are you doing so? I don't want you to open you. Yeah, I know. We're gonna try this one more time and it'll get. Now what? What the hell?
Back from the give an old PC new life adventure, I almost hate Microsoft. I
what's
can
that?
understand that.
Yeah, you keep disconnecting the Wi-Fi, and then you're forgetting to reconnect. Yes, connect.
Definitely.
Oh, wait. Sorry about that, people, but
Tech
my
problems.
GoPro is being temperamental. So we'll see how far he gets. All right.
Michael McGargle.
Oh, Michael's here?
Hi,
Cool.
train nerds. Hi, Michael.
And, passenger view, 3, 2, 1, bingo! All right, we've got it working temporarily.
He is working on it. Wow, on the back screen, back picture, it's upside down.
Yeah.
That's a little disconcerting.
Because the camera's upside down. So the camera's upside down so you get a more street level view.
Gotcha.
Let's slow him down a bit. Nice image though. Well, no, see, they're getting the choppy.
Oh, drat.
Yeah. See, on my play it looks good,
Yeah,
but
the play
you guys
over
are getting
here
the
looks
choppy.
good. It's being a little temperamental. Well, if you speed it up,
Yeah.
you'll get stopgap motion. You're like an animal fan.
Says it's got a good feed. Now all of a sudden it's doing. There we go.
It's starting to warm up.
Well, again, I keep looking at this going, wow, what a beautiful picture, but that's my feed, not the stream out, because that's the thing. See, it's cranking out a lot of CPUs, so
Gotcha.
that doesn't like it.
Yeah. Is it an Australia camera?
Not that one.
Nah, he didn't get it from Kenneth.
There's Longview. There we go. Now, Artie, when you say you live in God's country, is that God's country because God sent you there? Which may mean it wasn't a good thing. Because technically hell is God's country too. What are you adjusting? How can you adjust it when you're...
Sorry. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be.
There's one of these buildings to go through. Well, you know, got a little bit of scenery there. El Cheapo scenery. I do too. I love it. I love this view. Unfortunately, it is not broadcasting cleanly again. Sometimes it seems to look good, other times it's a little choppy. Well, I'm agnostic. You guys can all argue over what is God's country. I'll take what's left. Joyce, what do you want for Christmas? A sweater. What do I want? All these trains.
Yep, that's about it.
We got it going a little bit there. Yeah, I haven't gotten any more notifications, so that's kind of a good thing.
About,
Latest trains to come in.
okay. Well, I don't know.
I don't know,
You count this one your Christmas, you know.
I don't think I'd call Toledo God's country.
Well,
Toledo is God's forgotten country.
well, we're trying.
All right, Somerset Andy, thanks for stopping in.
Somerset.
Enjoy Jockington Castle
For sure.
with Lord Jockington. Hey, by the way, hey, Somerset Andy, hold on just a second. You don't have to kick the count out. Remember, he lived in Brancastle, but then he moved to England. That's the whole point of the novel. Dracula moved to England. He bought Jockington Castle. You don't have to kick him out. The Count can live there. That's his English castle.
His summer home, if you really want to be exotic.
His summer home. He loves the nightlife. He has to. He can't do the daylight. I love the nightlife. I've got to boogie.
That's true.
The Dracula. I don't remember any more of that song because it's a
We're
disco
so
song and my
advanced.
brain is burning me
Oh,
for
for
even
sure.
trying to sing a disco song.
He says we're so advanced. We
I
didn't
lived
think
through
of the
disco.
before.
I hated it.
We don't even know about it. We're probably sleeping. Uh-oh. Ping-ping.
Oh, it's been pinging. I don't know what it is. It's fighting with something.
Sometimes that's a bad thing. It's almost 6 o'clock.
I love the nightlife. I've got to boogie. I'd have to look up those lyrics now. It is almost 6 o'clock. It is. 5:56.
Okay.
Well, no, there's no place like anywhere. There's no place like Toledo, Ohio. That's why it's Toledo, Ohio.
It's We're supposed to get about an inch
There's
of
no
snow
place like
this
Germany.
weekend.
There's no place like Wales. There's no place
Oh,
like
the ground?
Norway.
No,
They're all beautiful. All countries are beautiful. They all have their ugly spots and they're all beautiful. Now they're arguing where the sun is. So the sun's in the south here. So what? There's a camera I can get out with.
You resurrected?
Let's see if there's a camera where.
You know where all your cameras are.
I know how much money does.
Yeah. No, I can't get it to sit down. You sure it won't behave?
Focus, focus.
Sorry. He gave up. He knocked the
Earthquake!
camera down.
Oh, but we got a good focus now.
Good day. I'm Kendra Kangaroo.
Oh. Don't you believe so you can talk your projects more?
My project?
Yeah.
What project?
Michael. What projects indeed?
What do you mean? Joyce is part and parcel to all the projects.
I truly am. Upper's Woo.
Kendra, this is Kendra Kangaroo. And I want to invite you all down under to Australia, where somehow a bunch of prison escapees from England have developed a culture that is somehow superior to the rest of you lot.
Hi, Luma. You have a pest under there. You see how Artie feels about the, how he feels about kangaroo.
Here, to make you feel more at home, Artie. There, does that feel better, Artie? I want to make myself sick here.
Yeah. You know him?
Hey, what are you doing? You're pulling on your shirt, sticking your finger, and I've got that camera. Whoops. There we go. All right, let's put this back where it was. Yeah, I just embarrassed you and me, kid.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah, you.
Also.
You were doing this, that.
Oh, sorry. Just picking at it, yeah.
Great New Zealand accent. Thank you, thank you. I learned that from Peter Jackson while he was destroying the Lord of the Rings.
Right. Oh, good for you.
Yes, Australia, everybody's favorite penal colony. Remember when Paul Hogan used to do the Australia commercials? And you had the little koala. You had the koala for Qantas Airlines.
Right.
The little koala. Well, your dad was a 10-pound palm. Well, there's no accounting for taste.
No?
No, that wasn't the GoPro.
Oh.
No, the GoPro is a Japanese model because all cameras are made in Japan. And so it has a good view on the layout. It's upside down, so I have to reverse the image. So on my screen or the preview screen for VLC, the image is upside down. You guys see it right side up, but the camera itself is upside down. I just invert the image on here.
Oh, your horse.
Oh, your horses, right. Well, you could spend hours talking to Joyce. Joyce loves horses.
I do. And I live in the city. It's very sad.
You live in the city. It's very sad.
It is sad.
If I sold all my trains, we might be able to afford a horse.
I know. They are expensive.
But nowhere to keep it. We could run down the street and drive our neighbors crazy. We could keep it in the backyard. Except I ain't shoveling up all the poop.
I'm sure you would.
All right. Well, everybody,
Yeah,
it is
clean
6
up the
o'clock
dogs.
here. Actually, it's a couple of minutes after 6. So it is about that time. Once again, I want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with us again. It's
Right.
awesome.
Yes.
And yeah, we're just always amazed that so many people will stop in on a Friday when you could be, well, maybe
Doing
you could
something
be
more fun.
doing something more fun. Well, that's why we're getting off. What?
Lindy's on.
Oh my God! How do you think she got here?
Oh, hush. So anyway,
Beep beep beep.
choose.
So IC4, I might do a quick unboxing live stream on Monday, depending on if it would interfere with anybody else's Monday streams. I know Jenny Kirk does her stuff, and Heath comes on when I go to bed. But otherwise, we will see you all then. So I'm going to say, again, thanks everybody for coming in. And from us to you, Auf Wiedersehen and Tschüss, and happy trains. Bada bing, bada boom.